Seriously, if this was enough to fix it. Okay, the truck is usable. The truck is usable, everyone. What in the world? Alright, everybody, so hello and welcome back to another episode of Scrap Mechanic with me, Spacefish, and welcome back to our base this very beautiful evening. So, in the last episode, with bots kind of being pretty close to our farm, we finally got ourselves this very nice beauty, and we can finally do things like these. But we're unfortunately still a bit low on ammo. I have, in between episodes, gotten us a few potatoes, indeed. I think we've got like 25 now left over in order to go around and shoot at pots ever after and hopefully have some fun murdering them. But first things first, I'm a bit hungry, which is actually a bit of an issue because we don't really have that much food. So we will have to take care of getting some more there, but we still don't really have huge amounts. And if you'll remember, I am really, I think, now looking to maybe go to some of these warehouses they apparently are, where, well, there will be some crazy bots for us to fight, and it's apparently going to be pretty mad, but I feel that we probably will need a bunch more potatoes before we make our way there. So I don't think it is time to do that quite yet today. So what I want to do instead is kind of two things. For a start, I would actually like to use this thing a bit more. Just have some fun with you all, run around and kill some bots. So we're probably going to go to some POIs. They have probably respawned ages ago. We're just going to go scoop through them, hopefully grab some more component kits, which is always very handy, of course, because, well, we still need to upgrade the engines on this little thing, and, well, I'm sure we need more improvements on all the other vehicles too, so the more component kits we have, the merrier. And on the other hand side, maybe we grab some food and stuff along the way. And then what I also kind of would like to do, well, we maybe hopefully get some decent upgrades for this little thing here. I would really like to just kind of fly around and explore the map a bit, see what kind of warehouses there are, because from what I heard from you guys down below in the comments, it's apparently not all the same. There's smaller ones, there's larger ones, they vary in difficulty and what kind of stuff you need. Also, though, apparently you need some sort of key cards to get yourself into those warehouses, which you only get by killing these red guys right here. I think I touched upon that in the last episode already. So apparently some of these warehouses come with these guys watching them, which makes it kind of a bit easier to get in, but they're also pretty hard to make it all the way through. And, well, other warehouses don't, which would mean that we would have to find one of these guys to kill. Now, these lads being immune to hammer blows will probably make our life even harder, because we will have to run around for 50 majillion years shooting them while trying not to die, so let's see how that's going to go. But in the meanwhile, I think let's quickly hit this watering button right here to get the plot watered, and we will probably just very quickly look at, for one, planting some potatoes, and also maybe some red beets to back up our food topic, because right now we are, of course, a tad bit low. So kind of thinking, given that we have the gun, I guess we don't need to be that careful, but I don't want to overdo things all too crazily either. So what we will probably end up doing is, I kind of want more than 15. Wait. We're overwatering. Oh, that was a bit of a waste. Now, we want some food, but we also want some ammo, so I think, well, we're literally going to plant as many as we can, and then we're going to do this. And yes, this is more than I've ever planted, and yes, this will probably be a bit more troublesome than usual, but we have got a gun, so I'm hoping that that will aid us in defending our farm from those pesky farm bots. So let's see how that is going to go. In the meanwhile, though, let's go and explore some of the POIs. Then we've got 19 hours, so I'm thinking that may end up happening during this episode, which, you know, could be a nice chance once more to go and kill some bots with the gun. And apparently I left those standing right here for the next time I pass with a vehicle. Nice and obvious. Easy pick up right there. So I'm kind of wondering, given that these were standing around here, have I gone into this POI? No. I was going to say, oh, a little bit of a lag right there, probably as all the bots that are going to try and murder us load in the background there. I also think my inventory may be a bit full, potentially, so we will just dump a few of the unnecessary things real quick, because I should have totally done that in my base before, but I also totally forgot to do it. And God, the ungodly amount of circuit boards that we have. There's 40 in there, and I've got like another huge stack in my base. Like, what am I even supposed to do with all these? We also probably need to start reprocessing some of these seeds for some fertilizer or something, because honestly, that's overdoing it a bit. Now, the one thing I'm currently kind of worried about is that there is no apparent haybots anywhere. Oh, I hear one. He's not on my level, apparently. Are they all above me? There's usually always one down here. Super weird. What the? Did you hear that? Some haybot just took damage. How though, and why? And did he die? What? What just happened? I think that was so weird. One of the haybots just took damage, didn't he? At least that's literally what it sounded like. Maybe he fell off or something? Kind of confused by this, not gonna lie. Okay. I mean, for one, there's this body right here. Dude. Please come. I like how I could just lure them in. I think I'll just save myself the gun for those holy moly situations where like 15 bajillion farmbots or haybots rather start yeeting at me at once and they end up pushing themselves into me. I think in those situations the gun is probably the most advantageous because I can just kill them off from distance even if they stop and kind of wait till they pile up and push each other into me. So that's probably what I'm going to mostly save the gun for, because otherwise, unless I'm in these panic situations, for these small haybots, you know, the hammer is mostly, oh god, very sufficient to kill them unless you get stuck like me. And, yeah, not too much to worry about like that, you know. But, with that said, let's get ourselves up. No, there is another haybot somewhere. I'm sure we will... Oh, encounter that guy in just a second. Where you come from? Holy moly. Just swapping all the way to lightning speeds right there. That is some potatoes for us. Beautiful. More ammo for the spud gun. And, let's grab all the stuff from here too. We've got one component. No, we've got we've got 11 component kits out of this POI already? Jeez, that's good. You know, the one thing I always have to say I feel about POIs is the longer you leave them alone, the better the stuff that you end up getting from it. Maybe that's just a weird feeling that I have and not actually the truth. Well, that's literally what it feels like. Like, I go and don't visit POIs for years and I get like 11 component kits from one single POI. I come back rather quickly and maybe I get like 5 or something. So, I don't know. You tell me, guys. If that's the truth or not, I would very much like to know. I kind of have that feeling, but could just be a feeling after all. That said, let's go and grab the vehicle here real quick, because I'm not looking to carry all these arms over one by one. We're going to grab those for a quick second, and then we also have to eat something. I didn't actually really quite pay attention to if we got much of any food from this POI, but I certainly hope so. Well, we got an orange for a start, which is probably more of a tomato equivalent, isn't it? Yup. Lots of water, little actual food value, so Not quite what we were looking for, but I guess it's going to keep us alive for the time being. Can I grab this from down here? I can. I'm going to grab the last arm, and then we're going to go and check out, I think, one more POI. And then maybe see to upgrading the flying thingy, because honestly, if the other POI proves just as... oh, rock. If the other POI proves just as successful as the first one, then honestly, we're going to have a ton of component kits after that. So very much looking forward to that. And also driving past the trees, what I just remembered is I also kind of wanted to build some sort of sawing vehicle for the trees. That would be, ooh, sort of nice. Maybe time for panic? Slightly. Where's the other guy at? Go away. Okay, we don't have to use that gun for these guys, but holy moly, the speed at which the haybot died, that was pretty insane. The only thing I'm really worried about, honestly, is actually keeping a constant supply of that potato ammo, because honestly, the speed at which we use these potatoes is kind of insane. So, well, we're gonna have to see about that. Now, I only see these beautiful purple flowers right here, but not the arm of the haybot that I killed, unfortunately, which is kind of annoying. I don't see any shimmering in the grass or anything that would indicate where it is either. I think we've lost that one, unfortunately. My vehicle is also kind of going wherever it currently pleases, so let's go and move it to a more flat surface, and then we're going to go and just venture into the POI, see what kind of stuff we can grab. Holy moly. I've never seen a crate there. Should always hit your shots, you know, that's kind of a good idea, I heard. Did I just get 3 component kits from a crate? What is going on? I'm getting so many component kits today. Like, usually it is so little that I get. Come on. Come with me. Ow. Ah! He got me freaking stuck. Oh my god. Ah, the freaking haybot got me stuck in the structure. And why is my stuff here now? Very weird. He's definitely going to get murdered by means of spot gun now. I'm not very happy about that, not going to lie. Oh, that's annoying. Did not really feel like dying there. I guess, you know, I have more hydration and food now than I had before, but still. Okay. Come here. Oh, there's another. What the f... That looked like 1, and then it was 2. I guess that's the reason why they killed me that quickly. Not just them getting me kind of wedged in, but also them hitting me twice. Oh god, another. Seriously? Gotta hit those shots, man. Got to hit those shots. Okay. So that's these guys out of the way for a start, and a lot of potatoes out of the way for a start as well, because, like, holy moly, I just spent a lot. 1, 2... I'm missing 1 arm. Am I? Where's the 3rd? I'm, blind? Oh no, I put it back there. Okay. So, we're gonna come in with the vehicle real quick in a second and actually pick all this stuff up. But yeah, like, this was what I was kind of referring to, because honestly, the amount of potatoes I just used on killing these guys is absolutely insane. Like, I think Spastic Cube already told me down below in the comments, he was like, you know, you better get a huge ton of ammo for a warehouse run, especially if you don't really aim that well. Just like me, apparently. You're gonna need a lot of them, and I think he said he usually fills his inventory up like 2/3 or at least half with potatoes for a warehouse run. So I mean, that would mean a huge ton of farming, honestly. Like, I don't know, maybe my farm is just as small, but then again, if I do farm a lot of these at once, I will also start getting huge waves, which in turn kind of means I will use huge amount of potatoes again, which then kind of defies the point of me farming potatoes if I use more than I really gain through the extra bits that I farm. So I don't really know what's the sweet spot there, to be honest, and how I should best go about it. It's a tad bit annoying, and I'm not quite sure. Like, the gun itself is awesome. I'm just kind of unsure how to get to those ungodly amounts of ammo that I seem to need for it. So we'll kind of have to find out and experiment a bit with that. If you guys have some feedback, you know, let me know down below. Shall I just make the farm bigger and just plant more stuff, and then it's kind of worth it for the waves? I'm not too sure about that, to be honest, but, well, maybe it is, and I'm just too worried about the wave sizes. So let me know your experiences down below, and we'll just kind of move on with that. But we definitely need a lot more potatoes before we can go for a warehouse run, which, well, is going to be a bunch of works. But regardless, let's go get ourselves up here. Let's hopefully grab some more component kits for a start so we can upgrade the vehicles a bit, and then we will kind of see what the next steps should be. So, bit of food. It's always nice and handy. Bunch of crates out here again with a lot of like, I'm thinking we're getting so many component kits right now. It is, like, insane. Sometimes I go for like 3 or 4 warehouses and I don't even come out with 10. Not warehouses, but POIs. Warehouses would be a bit of a future thing, but yeah, so I don't know. It's kind of mad, to be honest. One thing that I'm wondering about for warehouses, by the way, is do you only get stuff like the good seeds from warehouses, or is there other cool stuff like, I don't know, like these golden crates that I find occasionally with some vehicle parts, or like a huge ton of component kits or something? Let me know down below. It would be interesting, to say the least. Lots of glass in this POI for some reason. I did not really want lots of glass, especially given the amount of scrap stones that I have. Like, glass is literally of no value to me, but we'll grab it regardless. Why not? How many components kits? Holy, wow. Okay. We just got ourselves 24 component kits from 2 POIs. Maybe it is worth honestly just waiting for those POIs to respawn and actually regain all their value a bit longer, because like I don't think I've gotten that many component kits from a POI in like probably like 20 episodes or something. That is absolutely insane. I mean, I'm super happy about it, but like, wow. It's a crazy difference. I don't know if it's really got to do with that or what it's got to do with, but yeah, so kind of crazy. I kind of just missed that haybot. Gonna have to kill him the good old-fashioned way then. Oh boy. Go away. Can't use 2 of you at the same time. I don't want you to push each other again. So go away, please. Thank you. Okay. 2 more scrap metal arms for us. At least we're gaining a lot of scrap metal again. I feel like haybots at this point are kind of my primary source of metal in this game. Like, I don't even go out to mine much at the moment. It's literally just I go to POIs, I kill like obscene amounts of haybots, and then I have so much scrap metal that I can just make it into tier 2 metal and use that in all my builds, which is kind of insane, but somehow that's the way that works for me right now. But anyways, let's go and pick all those up, and we're just going to have that be refined along the way. And then we're going to kind of see what we want to do with these component kits. So the miner, I think, is totally fine for the time being. As much as the engines could probably use some efficiency upgrades. For one, we don't really use it much. And I think there's also more pressing issues. Now, this thing here, I'm really not sure about how to move on next with it. Because it's a bit frustrating to me, somewhat. Like, somehow it just doesn't really work the way that I wanted to. Wait, why are these not fully at the limit of their strength? That is actually a bit puzzling to me. Okay, that's better. So, like, the thing is, we've got this thing over here, right? And, well, this thruster is level 5, but this one is level 3. So I would like to push that one at least one more level. That way we should be able to move about the place a bit faster, which should be nice, because that also kind of means that we hopefully use less fuel than the other one, and we move about a bit faster, we use less fuel here. So I think that's good. I would kind of like to push it to level 5, but I'm also kind of thinking about how I can maybe use these component kits to make this thing here a bit more useful. But I don't really know what the next step would be, because like actually getting down the power for this thing at the moment seems like the biggest struggle in the world for me, which is very frustrating, I will have to say. Now, we could consider upgrading the suspension. I don't know how much that would do for us, though, to be honest. The engine, I think, I mean, it's so powerful, like, we can't even get the power down that we have at the moment. So I think that is not really something we should be concerned about. I mean, looking at this, you know, we've got so much headroom. Sure, the efficiency would kind of be nice, but I don't think it's the main priority at the moment, and, well, I really don't know. Because, like, my theory back when this whole wheel spin topic first started was like, okay, there's not that much weight on the rear axles. The more weight we actually build up on the rear axles, the more the vehicle should balance itself out, the more we should be able to get the power down on the rear axles. But we've got so much wheel spin still, it is absolutely insane. So I'm kind of trying to see and think how we can improve this, because at the moment, you know, this is my life, my reality. The other thing I really actually want to look at is our... That was a live facepalm right there. Do you all see the issue? I was like, wait a second. Spastic Cube actually showed me this issue on my exploration vehicle build after me being absolutely desperate about me messing up all the driving properties. Maybe this could be a thing here too. Oh my, why do I not check for that? The wheel is rotating the wrong way, and this wheel is rotating the wrong way as well. Of course it won't drive. Oh my god. Seriously, if this was enough to fix it. Okay, the truck is usable. The truck is usable, everyone. What in the world? Look at this. I can literally drive this thing about the place at, like, high speeds without a worry in the world. And I thought I messed up this build and somehow just, I don't know, sucked at doing this. Look at it. Going up the hill easily. No worries at all. Oh my god, I mean, the turning radius is of course kind of insane, which was to be expected, but it works. And it works flawlessly. This was the issue all along. I cannot believe it. We're just zooming about the place. No worry in the world. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of split between being absolutely happy because this thing is finally working and kind of like just face palming over and over again because, like, why in the world do I do this to myself? But let's get this thing back home then. We don't have to spend any component kits on the suspension at all. We do have to do those to fend this farm because the timer comes up in 13 minutes. So let's maybe look at that first. I've got like 6 potatoes remaining. Kind of low, not gonna lie. Are these done? They are not. Okay. Hello, haybot. Please come over here. Boop. Oh, Jesus Christ, there's so many totes. There are so many totes. Go away, go away, go away. Okay. Oh god, there's a haybot slinging away at the freaking farm. Go away. Everyone go away. Holy moly. Okay, that was quite the beefy wave, not gonna lie. I'm kind of trying to only use my hammer on this thing because I don't want to waste even more potatoes. Otherwise, you know, farming for the potatoes in the first place in my book isn't really been quite worth it. But wow, that was quite a lot of work. But we got it done. I hope the haybot didn't destroy like half of the farm right there. He was kind of awfully close to this thing. Doesn't seem like he had a chance to destroy anything though, which is good news, I would say. Even got another component kit out of it, and we've got like another 2 of these metal arms, which we'll just quickly carry over by hand. That was quite the wave though, wasn't it? But I have to say, I'm really happy right now that we've got that truck going. Like, I couldn't explain that to myself for the longest time. And like, I even kind of stopped building on it for a while because I got super frustrated with this thing not working at all. And then it was me just once more dorking up the direction of the wheel. Like, yeah, you can't even make that up sometimes, but these things seem to be ready, and look at how beautiful potato plants are, by the way. You do get, how many do you get? Oh wow, you actually get 5 potatoes? Ooh, you actually get 5 potatoes per plant that you harvest. Okay, so that's pretty neat, actually, because that way we just got 80. Okay, maybe that somewhat answers my question, and it's actually way more worth doing this stuff than I thought it was, because holy moly, I just get a lot of potatoes out of that. Just nearly got 2 full stacks, which is really nice. Okay, so I mean, that kind of makes things a bit easier. I still don't think the farming's going to be done within like 1 episode. Probably going to need 2 or 3 to actually get it done. But if I keep filling up the farm plot and waiting a night in between and just kind of defeating these waves with my spud gun more or less, I think within a few episodes of in-between episode farming and during episode farming, we should be able to get ourselves there. So hopefully soon TM. We didn't get to do the exploration today, unfortunately, as I wanted to, so that is going to be something for another episode anyways. But, well, given that we still need to farm a bunch more potatoes to actually hold our ground in that warehouse stuff, I think that should be fine. That said, you still got 15 component kits, and I do want to make sure that the efficiency is at the max here. So let's level this to level 5, make sure that we use as little fuel as possible on this thing, because I think given the weight, we're probably going to use a huge ton. So if we can just, you know, invest a bunch of component kits to make sure that that works a little bit better for us, I think that is a good choice. And then we've got like another 5 remaining, which in theory we could maybe put into this. No, we can't even, and it's probably the wiser choice to keep them around for the time being in case we need to make any other parts for any vehicles or whatever else we may be willing to do. So let's just put our little lunch boxes back in the kitchen for the time being. But with that said then, we're already a bit over time for this episode, so I think I'll unfortunately have to end it off right here. But I think good advancements made this episode. We've got a good bunch of potatoes. The truck is finally working, which means whenever we find caged farmers, I can actually properly transport them without having to worry about things, which is good news indeed. And, well, we're making some good progress now. So I hope that within a few episodes I can get all the potatoes that we need, and then we can go to our first warehouse ever finally, get some of those fancy seeds, maybe some other cool rewards along the way. But for today, this has been it. I hope you all enjoyed the episode. As usual, if you did, please make sure to hit that like button down below. That does always help out a ton with the video discoverability on YouTube. And if you're new around here and haven't done so just yet, also please consider subscribing right down below, as well as hitting that bell icon to stay up to date on all the future upcoming episodes. And with all that said and done, as usual everyone, thanks so much for watching, and I hope I'll catch you in the next episode very soon. Ciao.